Welcome to my altar. And today we are surrendering patterns of worry from the perspective that worry is an ineffective mindset. If we think about the basis of any worry, it's a fear, either about something or somebody or for someone, or of something that may happen. And ultimately, underneath that, we have a desired outcome. And we are concerned that that won't be the case. We're worrying about something that isn't right now. And if we truly wish to have a positive impact on that, knowing that we have a role in everything, we really need to consider what effect we're having. And if we worry consistently over time, it doesn't have a positive effect on anything. In fact, it has a negative effect on self, if nothing else. So if we know that we're not helping something, why do we keep doing it? And this comes from a previous ex-warrior, a compulsive warrior. We do it because the mind loops. We do it because the mind holds us there, because the mind keeps us there, because we're not addressing the patterns in our mind. Because in itself, it's just a fear energy that we are experiencing on repeat from one now moment to the next. And the mind is holding that in place. If we don't address that, that's the pattern that will continue, because it is compulsive, it is obsessive, it is repetitive, and it's also attached to the past. So freeing the mind from its compulsive need to separate, to polarize, to know, to analyze is the number one task to achieve some space there, some peace. Only from a peaceful mind can we then truly direct our energy or create what we desire, but we can't create what we desire from confusion, from the split energy that is the result of worrying, focusing on other things than the present moment, and acceptance of what is and gratitude for what is already here. But that clear space can only be achieved through conscious participation with our minds, with our inner voice, which will show us every single energetic dynamic that we hold within our field. It's an access point to exiting the bullshit, the past, the matrix, the drama. The drama is of the mind. But just as we have to consciously dream this new earth reality into being, we have to consciously participate in the dismantling of the old systems which exist in our mind. We have to consciously witness where we're hooked in and remove our consent from that point. We have to consciously and repetitively refuse to participate in certain mental gymnastics and dynamics, it has to be a conscious process. The mind is not going to dismantle the old on its own because it's so it's running a script, a narrative. You are the consciousness, the conscious being, the supreme consciousness. The higher aspect of self has to come in and take charge. You have to choose a higher feeling thought. It doesn't just drop in. The access point is in the mind to many things. And that's where we exist as humans. But it's just one aspect. That's why getting in touch with the earth is so relevant, so grounding, so expanding, because the elementals don't even exist in the mind or on the mental plane. So we have to access them through the emotions, through the energy. So just cultivating that practice is very good for expanding beyond the mind, beyond the limitations. There are no limitations beyond the mind. So this is why it's a key pillar, a foundational pillar of any self-development work. So try not to worry, which is easier said than done. I got hooked into, we're in the middle of a big disclosure wave, and I've known this information many years, dealt with it over time in my own way. I don't dip in very often down rabbit holes because my empath can't take it and I already know what's going on. But then obviously it resurges and I felt really down, desperately upset. I felt the collective emotions. It just sucks you in straight away with a very small amount of information, right? And just observing what it does to the body and how distracting it is. It distracts us from any feeling of autonomy or being able to be centered in the heart, knowing and be effective with our energy so that we can actually have a positive intention and maintain our own center. And that can very easily happen. The happenings are bad enough without the drama that goes around everything. It's very distracting and by design. And it will hook into your thoughts, our thoughts, our own trauma, our own feelings very, very easily and pull us out of center. Rather, we use our feelings, we master our emotions to understand what they're communicating to us, what it is that we truly stand for, and sitting with the vibration of that and really asking Spirit, bring that through my being so that I can embody that. And then the opportunities to express that may be mirrored to me in my world. If we cannot direct our fire and master our emotions, we just end up feeding the monster with fear and worry. So I'm sending you so much love today. And if you are in the process of mastering your mind, taking charge back of your consciousness so that you can create by default and have choice in your life and feel that to be true, because it's just a consciousness shift. Nothing is impossible. Everybody's living out different realities now. Anything is possible. So if you're not feeling the way that you want to feel in your life, and you know that it's because of what's in your own mind, overthinking, looping, mental patterns, self-sabotage, doubt, judgment, negative thoughts that just won't go away. It's not truly you. This is how we're clawing our way out of the matrix, because the matrix is a mind matrix. Only humans exist in the mind. It's just something that we need to get over and come up and over. True self comes up and over. Spirit within comes up and over. Higher perspective. Knowing who you truly are in relation to those thoughts. So don't worry. All is well. Yeah. Check out the link in the comments if you're working with that. The offering is timeless, multi-dimensional medicine to assist, to remind, activate the remembrance of true self beyond the mind. I love you.